Hey, everybody.
Hello there.
Greetings.
Didn't cut that one out, did it?
No,
Yeah.
it worked.
Welcome to SexyNerdScience. I think you can also adjust that. I don't know. What's the thing? Season 6, episode 2. We are on a streak today, guys. We're
Cast Boogaloo.
we're heating up. And ironically enough, this season has the same amount of number as the president's impeachments, and we're just going to start there.
Stressed Fly,
Episode.
thank you for joining us. Yep. So
What did you say about this episode? No, the season.
the season is 6.
We haven't had 6 impeachments yet.
No, I
Yeah.
said this season has had as many episodes as Trump's had impeachments.
Yeah.
There's still time though.
That's
Once a week before it's done.
right.
Oh no, it's 6 days, 5 days.
5 more sleeps.
Next Wednesday.
Prophet, hey, what's up, man?
First thing on the docket is like you said, Drew, is the Trump's second impeachment.
Yeah.
Let me read this little expert real quick, and then
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So obviously, if you haven't been living under a rock, last Wednesday, 2 days ago for us, was Trump's second impeachment. The House.
What? Trump was president?
What? The House impeached him 232 to 197. 4 people did not vote. 10 of those yay votes were Republican. The first president to be impeached twice. Other people have been impeached twice, but this is the first president. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi will most likely send the articles of impeachment to the Senate after the Vice President-elect Kamala Harris has been sworn in to become the president of the Senate. Josh predicted this last week, if you guys were listening to that. However, they were talking about possibly sending it beforehand, but Mitch McConnell really hasn't expressed how he would vote. He is very disappointed, and he will most likely be he most likely would have voted against it, most likely, or for removal or for some type of ratification or something, but exactly what is unclear.
Well, so
Mitch McConnell.
my understanding is he didn't. The only thing he was opposed to was calling the Senate back early. That's all I thought he was opposed to.
Yeah, as far as I understand from the article that I've read, and I posted it, is from AP News. People still don't know exactly how he would vote. He's expressed disgust and everything that's happened. He's expressed that he would be for voting for Trump. He was for Trump's impeachment, but as far as exactly what he would vote, they would vote for, whether it be removed from office, only 5 days away or whatever it is, and as far as
at that point in time, it wouldn't even be.
Exactly. As far as what exactly the Senate would do, maybe it's just saying that he can't run anymore. Could be anything. So, point is that because they don't know how the majority leader of the Senate would vote, then they're just going to wait until the new Senate's. And the 117th Congress has already met so far, but the Senate is still 51 to 49 because today, actually, I haven't actually heard anything about it. The Georgia runoff elections are supposed to be certified, and once that takes place, the 2 people would be adjusted. Right
Do you
now,
know who one of the young Republican congressmen to say the yay vote?
I know there was.
As he drinks his water.
I believe there was 2 from Michigan and 1 from Nebraska, wasn't there?
No one from Nebraska, but from Michigan, yeah. It was the youngest congressman elected in Michigan, Mr. Meyer.
Yeah,
he's a mogul.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you.
No, thank you. Is he a bad guy?
I don't care for him.
Oscar Mayer. We got into this a little bit last week. What is the purpose of, just for people who might question it at this point, what is the purpose for impeachment? I know we talked about possibilities, but do we do any solid research and come back to anything for that?
We did look at a little bit, as expressed in the very end of last week's episode. The limit to exactly what they could do is pretty much anything. They could throw him in jail, they could do anything, but it has to be, for a lot of the big stuff, it has to be a 2/3 vote. So removal from office, throw him in jail, stuff like that. But as far as
running again,
is running again 2/3 as well?
Yeah, that's in there.
Okay, so there was a few things that would require just a majority, and there's a few things that would require just or would require the 2/3.
This wasn't Ilhan Omar's impeachment that she drafted. It was a different congressperson's letters of impeachment, and it only has the one charge, and that's in connection to basically the insurrection charge. It does not have the Georgia charge with the phone call.
Yeah. Also, something
it
that
should make it a little easier, I think, because you don't have to vote on two issues. You just vote on the one issue that's the most serious and will most likely get them through.
Yeah. The one thing I saw was there was a Georgia congresswoman that is going to submit articles of impeachment for Joe Biden, which I find hilarious. That will not go anywhere, obviously. Not just that the Republicans wouldn't vote for it, or the Democrats obviously wouldn't vote for it, but probably majority of the Republicans wouldn't vote for it because he hasn't done anything yet. They want to release it on the 21st. So until he does something worth impeaching, then they can do stuff. But he hasn't done anything yet.
Because impeachment is only for anything that's done while you're president, correct? I mean, like,
yeah, pretty much. I mean, right now he's in charge of nothing. Joe Biden is. So
because I mean, you can't impeach. Like, we could have impeached Trump for something he did prior to his if that was the case. I mean,
yeah.
I mean to say, but so I guess if he is impeached, or I guess if they do go through with it in the Senate and all the votes happen in favor of impeachment and bring down what we talked about, possibilities for, like, he won't receive presidency salary or anything like that, and possibility of or not the possibility, but the guarantee that he won't be able to run again, correct?
Yeah, so can't hold federal office, doesn't get his pension, doesn't get his Secret Service, doesn't get his $1 million.
I'd be surprised if they don't give him the Secret Service.
Those are all in the articles of impeachment as of right now. It'll be interesting if they don't give him Secret Service,
because that's more of a treasury issue, or a national security thing than anything. While I disagree with that,
to change all the passwords that Trump knows.
Yeah, that's probably what they'll do.
You think he knows passwords? They're just gonna erase his Face ID.
Well, what they did is, even Biden said that he's gonna remove pretty much all the Secret Service that had anything to do with the Trump team
off the Spotify playlist.
Because what?
He's going to get kicked off the White House Spotify playlist.
Yeah, he's going to remove the Wi-Fi, change the Wi-Fi password.
What? Who took my Netflix?
Yeah. He apparently, the certain services like the Secret Service is supposed to be apolitical. It's supposed to be, nonpartisan, non anything. It's just supposed to be, just do their job. Just do their job. And with the Trump presidency, it's been reported that it's more political. And so Joe Biden's going to go through there and kind of clear out some of the people that have expressed more publicly that they would, they're Trump loyalists, pretty much. Because they don't want people. He said they don't want people like reporting back or possibly being in the way. That's up to them and them.
Has anyone looked in and delved too deep into the Secret Service, like, no longer being concerned with counterfeiting and going into or the Secret Service, just going right into protecting the president? Like, their original task was counterfeiting, Like,
Well, they
that's
still
what
are.
they
They're
were
Department of the
designed
Treasury.
for. Yeah, but it's just really like you never like we never mentioned the Secret Service like busting down counterfeiters anywhere recently, at least.
Yeah.
The thing I could think of is like in the 1800s when they were going after people printing money they shouldn't have been printing.
No, I think they still do
Illegal
it. It's just probably
banknotes.
not. What they probably do is they probably have like offices now that they don't actually have agents that focus on that stuff.
Secret Service hooligan.
And they pass it off to the FBI or some other
Um,
organization.
So, who was it that posted something about Nancy Pelosi being arrested already and having federal
Jacob?
Yeah, having federal marshals around her, all female federal marshals, because you can't have security detail as a detainee, a
It
female
was a
detainee.
conspiracy theory
Yeah,
that somebody posted that one of our friends was like, "Are you like drinking the Kool-Aid, dude? Are you okay?" Of some guy claiming that Nancy Pelosi's been arrested and she's under 24-hour surveillance from U.S. Marshals,
Yeah.
and they're just waiting for Inauguration Day, and then she's going to be removed.
Oh, I haven't heard any of that.
No,
it's because it's stupid.
it's a stupid, baseless.
Yeah. So this next bit of news here, do we want to switch that because we're kind of more political for that, and then the fun stuff, or
Yeah, let's do the 3 and then 2.
Yeah, let's do that. So what's that
Drew,
about?
people are having some issues hearing you. Just letting you know.
Yeah, because he keeps going down and up. That's what I was talking about, Drew. Just watch your levels. I'm trying to catch it.
Here, watch this. Go start doing that thing. Start doing that.
Okay, so it was just reported that the NRA is filing for bankruptcy. The NRA is the National Rifle Association. It is filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. However, it filed in the Texas courts, but they're a New York-based nonprofit. I'm not sure if it's a federal issue with that or what, but they are after the bankruptcy moving everything to Texas. But their immediate plans after the bankruptcy is still unknown. So, but that was very interesting that, the National Rifle Association is filing for bankruptcy. I'm not sure exactly what they have their hands in or what they do. I mean, as far as I understand, they're just like a organization that tries to lobby, right? In some way?
Well, they lobby, advertise. They had a TV network for a little while.
They had a TV
NRA
network?
TV. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So NRA TV, they had it for a while, and then they pulled it because it wasn't doing very hot. Really? They had a Last Week Tonight episode about it 2 years ago.
I can say a YouTube channel, but a TV channel?
It was an official TV channel for
Yeah.
NRA TV where it was just a bunch of like right-wing propaganda and like pro-gun stuff. But they got in trouble recently for taking they're a nonprofit making tons of profit. And so like a bunch of like the people that were higher up in it were laundering money and spending it where they shouldn't be spending it. And so I mean there's a lot of conservatives that don't like the NRA because they just do a terrible job with what they're supposed to be doing, like what their goals were to be doing. So like I
think that's
it.
Well, I mean, like
they haven't been relevant in like 20 years.
I think the purpose of the NRA was for education and to help spread safety and firearm and hunting safety, and I think that's great. I'm pro-gun. I want to make sure that people are knowledgeable and they're safe and all that stuff as well. And so on that point, the NRA at its foundation sounds great, but yeah, exactly what you said, Josh. They've become a political tool that has moved away from their true calling. So
more concerned about money. I will say this though, with all these liberal companies moving to Texas and then all these like conservative companies moving to Texas, if there was going to be a Civil War battleground state, it would probably be fought in Texas.
Maybe.
Like Texas will secede, and then we'll just have all our battles there.
And then what's the Cuba will be we can make Cuba a new state. Just take it over
at this point in time.
Maybe Puerto Rico.
We just
maybe
reclassified Cuba as a
just take over a country.
Like we're just like, hey Cuba, you now sponsor terrorism again.
Or
even though
not?
we
Sorry,
cleared you
not
that.
Cuba. The Virgin Islands or something will become a
So
state territory.
there's talks of making DC and Puerto Rico states, and now that there's a 50-50 split in the Senate, there's a possibility that might
could happen. But let's see. There's a large chunk of people that it might happen just because of the amount of voting that would be able to be taking place. But unknown.
The electoral votes.
Yeah. Yep.
Because they're both traditionally blue places.
Yeah, that's why usually red was against it. Any other thing for the NRA?
I mean, I mean, guns have been flying off the shelves, so I mean,
Fun to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad has like a hat and a sticker from them, but I don't think he's part of their group or anything.
I think Tasha's dad has a membership or whatever. I don't know what it's.
I think people are like more like pro NRA, but not really a member, which they don't collect dues.
So
some of these comments in the Twitch are just hilarious.
Yeah. So the next bit I want to preempt with another sports bit. Hockey's back. They're doing a basically full season.
Do they normally start in January?
Angel, do they normally start in January? I think it's typically in the fall.
He lives in Hockey Town and doesn't even know.
Oh, I have no clue.
Yeah, Red Wings haven't been relevant in a while either.
Well, not even that. Like even when they were relevant, I didn't really. Like I would go see a game. So it's fun to go see a game, and that's it.
So typically it's October through early April, but they started January 6th. And yes, the Sabres are already 0-2, and so are the Ducks, I'm pretty sure.
When it was relevant in Detroit, you just couldn't go anywhere without being like, hockey's back, like, because it was just everywhere. Like 96, 97, I couldn't not know when hockey was going on.
And then Josh thinks he's into football, so I
am into football.
That's why I said you think you are. So.
And the Jags picked up Coach Urban Meyer. Holy crap.
Holy garbage.
Okay, well, Urban Meyer is one of the most winningest Ohio State coaches in a long time.
Okay.
And as a Michigan fan, you should at least respect the Meyer. I don't like the man.
No,
I respect
I'm good.
him.
Yeah, I'm good too. Let's not care about that. So I just wanted to point that out before we get into football bullshit.
Football.
There was football talk?
Yeah.
So Coca-Cola and Pepsi are not advertising during the Super Bowl in the 2021 Super Bowl here in what is that, 3.5 weeks? Are they doing February?
Josh?
Yeah,
of course you don't know.
So starting tomorrow is the not wild card round, so it's the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I think there's 2 more rounds.
February 7th.
They added a new playoff game this year, or a new team, like extra team to it. So I don't know if it's prolonging the playoffs by an extra week or not. And there's no Pro Bowl, so that's also confusing things.
Definitely.
Yeah, so 3 weeks from Sunday. So 3.
Why
do my lights keep turning off?
Do the clapper.
I love when I have like old people in my house that are just like, turn off the lights, Google, and then like Google turns all the lights off in the house.
Well, these are set to an outlet, and it's called the Chain Chomps, and I don't know why the Chain Chomp lamps keep dying, but whatever. I'll have to fix that some other time, I guess. So yeah, they're not going to be doing any advertising. Coca-Cola is going to be advertising with a secondary brand.
Yep. So while both won't have traditional commercials, Coca-Cola will be advertising their secondary brands, while Pepsi will actually be involved some way with the halftime show.
So it's probably
they're always involved with the halftime show.
That's what I'm saying. But they're usually famous for both Budweiser and Pepsi, and I think a few other people were famous for every year doing a segment on.
A segment.
Don't read the chat, Dale. Don't read the chat.
You are deleted forever. Do you understand? Do you understand? Get out of here. Just go. Coke is better than Pepsi every day of the week. Gosh dang it. No thank you. Look at Coke fridge. I don't even want to show you the amount of Coke that I have behind me, but I will.
He's like Scarface back.
This is a Coke bottles. Oh my gosh. How dare you? No, I don't give a
Loves
crap.
himself some Coca-Cola.
No, I'll drink Pepsi too. I don't care.
I used to work for him, so.
You used to work for Coke?
Yeah, I was merchandising.
Yeah, I remember you. I thought it was like a secondary company. I don't know. It was directly
No,
with
it's
Coke.
the Coca-Cola.
Oh,
company.
nice. These are lies. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, they're not going to advertise during the thing like the normal commercials. I don't think I've watched the Super Bowl in like 3 years. And even if I did watch part of it, it was just the commercials, and they're on YouTube ahead of time. So you can watch everything on YouTube like 3 days before. So the Doritos ad with the gentleman from it was Morgan Freeman, and then who was the gentleman from Game of Thrones, the shorter guy? Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. So Peter Dinklage.
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler, covered in bees. No, yeah, Dinklage. Both those guys were in like a Doritos Mountain Dew, I think something like that. All Pepsi crap, but it was it was a good little like
It's not like a flaming hot Doritos versus like Cool Ranch
something like that.
thing, and like Morgan Freeman was the cool guy.
No, it was Mountain Dew Cool something, and then flaming hot Doritos.
I would assume that they're going to have some sort of kind of back and forth like they would do, but
they might.
And for the Coca-Cola commercials, I bet the secondary product they're going to be doing is Coke Zero. I've been seeing a lot while I'm watching football, a lot of Coke Zero commercials, not Coca-Cola commercials. So I'm assuming they're trying to like push to get more people to drink Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's probably the third most after Coke and Diet Coke. It's probably the third, but maybe Sprite is the third. But they're probably trying to get Coke Zero up there.
I mean, when like everybody I know drinks Coke Zero over Coke. Excuse me.
I love Coke Zero. It's my favorite. I don't drink pop as often as I used to anymore, but
yeah.
I'm a water guy.
This is water with Mio. Because
this is just
I'm
water.
a water guy now too. Oh my god, are we adults?
I got a water in my Alita Battle Angel cup.
Well, I know I have to drink, like, even if I drink a Coke or two a day, like even more than that, I need to drink water too, because I can feel it in my kidneys. Like, okay, I think I'm good.
Are you shutting down?
Yeah, gotta actually drink water.
Yeah, I can tell, like, when I'm doing my workouts, if I drink something other, like if I have my coffee a day, and then if I like will drink milk before working out or something like that, I notice my heart rate's higher when I'm like working out than when I'm just drinking water.
I can't drink.
Like, hold on, stop. Did you just say if you drink milk before you work out?
Oh yeah,
like
you feel bloated.
Of course, your heart rate's gonna be higher. It curdles your fucking veins.
No, like I can't drink anything or eat anything prior to working out or prior to doing something. Choice. Because I would just feel bloated and I can't move.
Like, it's not even like, I mean, like when I like, because I don't usually work out until 4:00. But like if I for lunch at noon have some like milk with like a peanut butter sandwich or something, then yeah, like versus today I had SpaghettiOs and water and my heart rate was like a lot lower than it was yesterday.
Why SpaghettiOs?
I needed something to make it. I only had a half hour for break, so I'm just like 2 cans of spaghetti, and then
you can make a.
My
in half an hour.
Internet might be screwing up because you guys are frozen for a second.
I can't make a steak in a half hour. Not with my sous vide. It takes me like 4 hours to make a steak.
Yeah, you put it at the beginning of the morning. You let it sous vide, and then you drop it on the grill for 1 minute on each side, salt and pepper, and that's done.
Done.
I sous vide the SpaghettiOs. No, but
that'd be extra done.
Might as well.
So
If
I'm
he
not
would-
gonna lie.
Hold on, stop.
Okay.
He would sous vide SpaghettiOs with meatballs.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily sous vide spaghetti with meatballs, but I would just put the can in the sous vide and just run it on hot because I don't have to work. Like I could literally just have hot SpaghettiOs whenever I want them.
Well, it
and
would
just,
be they're
it's
already cooked
having a
anyway,
cooler.
right?
Yeah, and
I mean,
but it's like
noodles. So
yeah,
they're
it's just
soft
heating it up
anyway.
to temperature. Like I did hamburgers today,
Second.
and I cooked some hamburgers and then put them right in the fridge. My mom was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "When I want to reheat hamburgers tomorrow, I just heat up the sous vide to the right temperature, drop the bags of hamburgers in there for 10 minutes, get them warm, and then crack them open, fire them up, and they're good to go."
See, that seems like so much extra work.
But
Okay,
it tastes
so
so much better
No,
than
I disagree
microwaving a
with that.
hamburger.
I disagree with
so
that.
okay, hold on, Josh or Dale. We I think we talked about this in small amounts here. The steak or the shit roast that he brought the other day, or brought a couple months ago. That was like a how many?
$7
how much was it?
pork tenderloin.
Pork tenderloin
I got
tasted
two
better.
of them for $7.
Tasted better than any steak that I've made at my house on the grill.
I believe that 100%. I mean, every time people, cook it on the stove or like bake it or something, it gets really dried out.
But I did, however, broil a really nice steak in the oven the other day, and then I tossed it on. What did you say?
I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, I broiled a nice steak on the oven, and then tossed it on the iron skillet on the oven, and gave it some good grill marks, and it was way better than that shit that Josh made. So it's just a matter of who wants to overhandle their stuff.
I will just
We have to move on. We have one last bit of sexy news. Josh sucks farts.
Josh sucks major farts.
Major farts.
Also oxygen.
Actually, mostly nitrogen.
Well, okay, it's more oxygen. Okay, it is. There's more oxygen in farts than there is oxygen in the air usually.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know fart chemical makeup.
But it's mixed in with sulfur and like methane and stuff like that.
Like oxides.
I think you get like sulfur oxide,
precipitate,
probably nitrous oxide.
That's
nitrogen.
That's
nobody
poop.
cares. Listen, nobody cares
poop
about
bits.
what is in the farts that Josh sucks. We got to move on.
You had to put it in there, so I decided I'd start looking up the chemical makeup of farts.
All right, we're still in some stuff here. So CES 2021 happened.
All online.
It's all virtual. What's going on with Razer, Dale?
So yeah, this was the CES stuff. The Razer had a product there called Project Hazel. It's pretty much a high-tech N95 mask with active ventilation, a clear shield so you can see people's faces, and of course RGB lighting. It also had a UV sanitation while charging, which I thought was pretty unique, but the pandemic's almost over. Like, come out with the product, a year ago. Don't come out with the product now.
Next one.
For the next one, just forget about it. They'll start it just so they can sell more. That's possible.
Wait, was it LG that did it?
No, it's Razer.
Razer. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, the Koreans now they're gonna start.
Steve, it does look really cool. One of the things that I was looking at when I saw it was it doesn't have any removable cleaning components. I don't think. So the only way you can clean it is like wipes or the UV cleaning that happens when you're charging it. So, but it does look fucking really cool.
It looks cool. Yeah. I really kind of want to explore the, what was it? The clear face shields or the clear masks, because, if we're going to that world where we have the, masks on all the time, then, just being able to talk with that is not going to be a solution. We need to move forward.
So one of the things that I actually have putzed around with just in the spaces, we have some masks that were made for us that are made out of the same stuff. It's like a plastic lined fabric, still pretty breathable, but it's the same stuff that they put on the outside of like reusable baby diapers. So the problem with that is it's a little heavier of a material, so it actually kind of falls toward your face more. It's not stretchy and it's like adhered to your face. It doesn't have rigidity to it. So one of the things that we did is Tasha had some extra like resin stuff, and I wouldn't suggest using resin because you're supposed to not put it on skin or whatever, I guess. But she had some extra resin clippings, and I actually made like an offset to put inside of it.
They're being sold those offsets.
So yeah, so that way it's not like the mask isn't resting necessarily right on your lips and your mouth.
Yeah.
But one thing I did find out, having been wearing my glasses for like the last 2 weeks, is if you just put your lips right up against the mask and breathe out, you don't have as much of the steam coming up to your glasses because you're pushing it directly through instead of it wafting its way up. So, for those glasses wearing people, I guess.
I've noticed that if I just put it underneath the bridge of my nose and like put my glasses out enough, like it just kind of vents out the top pretty well.
Yeah,
But-
and I haven't.
And now I just wear this. Like I literally go to Walmart and wear my stormtrooper mask, my clone trooper mask.
Do you really walk in with that?
Yeah, I asked the manager the other day if I could wear it, and he's like, "It's no different than the Glebes wearing theirs."
Just say Glebes.
Yeah, there's two brothers that dress up like Iron Man and the Mandalorian and stuff, and they came into Walmart the other day with masks on.
Gotcha.
Well, and I mean, like I said,
And they know who I am, so.
if you that's true. If you wear a face mask and have a hood on, it's practically the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing if you put sunglasses on, it's basically a mask like that.
Seen people in welding helmets and stuff like that. Like I still wear my mask underneath that. It's just now I can not touch my face.
I need to change some settings, which is going to block the video real quick. So
all good.
Yeah, so this is just going to real quick. I don't see it there. It might be here.
Like it might block the video and we all just stop talking.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Like the video is what's gonna be.
Well, I just wanted to. I don't even see it.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the ability, because what's happening is like people are messaging me and I'm getting a noise and I want to delete the noise.
Your Discord.
That's in user settings.
So that's what I was in. User settings.
Okay.
Yeah, user settings.
Notifications.
Oh, it was probably notifications.
Yeah.
Wait, did I just teach Dale how to use Discord?
Yeah, you fucking did. Yeah, I don't want to hear messages. Yeah, delete that. I don't never want to hear them ever. Okay. Now we can continue. I'm sorry. Another thing from the CES though, is this LG rollable phone. And a new concept is rollable phone from LG. It's very similar to the flip phone, but obviously it's rollable. It's a gimmick with no benefits. That's what it is. It's just gimmicky.
I don't sell phones anymore, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah. LG plans to bring it to market in 2021, but again, it's probably going to be just something that bends around. They have it on the wrist a little bit. They might have something with that. I don't know. I think the standard is just going to be this.
Rollable touchscreens have tons of application for like other things. And I find that all fascinating.
Yeah.
I could give a shit if my phone could roll in circles or
So
bend.
I actually, Josh, how long has it been since you got your really cool case for your iPhone?
What really cool case?
The one that's supposed to have the other phone on the back, or the Google on the back, or what is that?
Oh, the
Android base on
Samsung
back?
or the
Kickstarter that I put $280 into like 6 years ago and never got a phone case from them.
You are terrible.
That
At
Kickstarter?
I gotta kick your ass.
It was 6 years ago.
Josh, I put let me see if I can find it. I put about the same amount of money into a rollable phone called a Rubik's about
Kickstarter's
7
the
years
fucking worst, man.
about 7 years ago. A Rubik's
I just hate that is 100% legal and within like Kickstarter's terms. Like,
Yeah,
so long as the company doesn't say, "Hey, we're giving up," they can just keep like they're just like, "Oh, still no updates for you guys."
even if they say they're giving up, I mean, like it's supposed to be about testing a viable product to see if it's good for distribution, right?
So if they're supposed to give something out, even if they do like they haven't launched anything.
the problem is because of how fast the iPhones come out, they start working on the next one, and they go, "Oh, do you want to upgrade to the next one?" And Josh is like, "Yeah, of course I'll have that phone." And then that's
The last time they let me upgrade was the 7 Plus, so that's the last time I got an update on it.
So 2016 was the last they ever, well, 2017, but the last they ever said anything about this phone. And it's supposed to be a modular, like every component on behind it is modular, so that way you can they can basically silicone back it,
Yeah.
and then have the flexible screen. And then what they wanted to do is put it on, give you a 6-inch wrist watch basically for your phone, and then the orientation would be like whatever arm you wanted to wear it on.
Samsung has something similar to that. It's it's a smartwatch. Nowadays they probably has the SIM card and all that stuff. But it was a thick boy. It was like very, very thick. And it went around your wrist like a good
Samsung Wrap.
Was it a wrap? I can't remember. I thought it was dumb. I
took a training on it and we never launched it.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I had the Gear
put it in
too
Best
initially.
Buy, I think was the only place that they sold it.
Yeah.
Stupid. Stupid.
I think the watches are nice, but I don't want to say they're like a gimmick. I mean, I think they have their place in society, but only for certain people.
Yeah, I would not be able to get by without my watch now, I think. Like,
you don't do anything.
I use it to control my phone when I'm not with it. I use it to control my tablet when I'm not
with it.
When
are you not with it? You're in your house. I mean, nowadays, this is a room over, and I don't need it every 5 seconds.
So when it's a room over, I can control it.
Dale, can we show this? If I want to show this watch, can we show that?
Just stream it.
Okay. All right, cool. Switch to the 5 or the 4.
I'll switch to the 4.
Yeah.
Samsung Wrap didn't taste very good.
No.
Oh.
So go home.
Like
so this is
Pip Boy.
This is so it's huge. It was huge. So they're coming soon. This is like from 5 years ago. In mid 2014, the first renditions of this thing. They haven't sent anything since then.
It would.
It's big.
Both
right here.
XAPX Maddie, and they call me Leroy and Angel Hawk. All thank you for following. I appreciate that.
Heyo.
We appreciate that.
But yeah, so like this big ass double banded. So I thought it was really cool looking. I definitely thought that like some refinement could happen but I was really excited for it. And I even tried to test it, like, because these are all people that like there's people that have tested it, and it's just
Where was that last guy?
Boating.
This guy?
That's a boat?
No. That is
he's getting out of a plane.
Yeah, he's getting out of a plane skydiving.
Literally, I figured he was in a plane. I was just like, what's he doing next to a plane?
Yeah. Let's see if I click this. Can I view? Well, that works.
That's it though. So it's
I don't even want to talk about the Project I. Stupid. I'm still so mad at those guys.
Those people?
Yeah, the phone people that I like. And now
that's a
the
cool
iPhone
picture.
and Samsungs are pretty much like the exact same phone anyways, so it doesn't matter.
It matters a great deal.
All right, so speaking of guys jumping out of planes,
well, we still have one more thing from the CES.
Sorry.
Yep. Another thing from CES is Alarm.com. Not even familiar with the brand, but they have a touchless doorbell, and I've seen this on the local news, and I've seen it a few other places. And pretty much, it's like the Ring doorbell, but you don't have to touch it. It uses both AI camera sensing and a pressure-sensitive floor mat to be able to detect when somebody is at your door. It has a built-in camera, a microphone, and speakers, so you can communicate just like the Ring doorbells as well. So
Picture some asshole dropping a package on your doormat, and then she's like, ding, 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 ding in your house.
I don't know.
Get this back, get that
just
off
like
my...
a consistent
just
ding.
keeps ringing.
But that was
Speaking of which, when you were talking about your face mask being made out of reusable diaper materials, I immediately went to the idea of like, oh my god, what if you grabbed the wrong one? Just like
No.
Do you think it's a diaper that you just put on your face? I mean, it looks like a mask, but it has the thingies on it.
I mean,
they probably look very similar when they're balled up and like put to the side.
Is this Nutella or baby shit? It's Nutella.
Nutella, but I had Doritos Locos Taco all over the inside of my mask once.
Yeah.
So,
speaking of planes,
yes.
Speaking of planes,
speaking of jumping out of planes, the FAA approves fully automated commercial drone flights. Aren't they already fully automated planes? I mean, don't the pilots just do nothing until like landing?
they don't do anything during
Even
landing
then.
usually.
yeah,
Yeah.
They don't even do that.
Yeah.
not really.
No.
So what you're saying is the captain can just hang back with us and like party?
It's
or
not
what?
a plane. They're drones.
Yeah, but there's commercial flights, right?
Commercial drone flights.
Drone flights. So like UPS could hit a button, the drone will launch, carry your package to your house, drop it off, fly back, and then go back to
I know
UPS.
that's been a concept for Amazon for a while now, but this FAA has approved it so they can fly now.
I'm stupid. I thought you were talking. I thought because commercial flights, like
So technically, I mean, that's the level of autonomy here. We've had this conversation before. So this is what Dale's talking about for commercial drone flights is level 5 full autonomy versus what like a pilot does in an aircraft is like level 3, level 4 autonomy, where they still technically need to have a person there present, even if the plane's going to do everything itself from takeoff to landing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a step in the direction where the reason they're using it for the FAA is approving it for these specific guys is the FAA granting access to a small Massachusetts company to operate automated drones in rural areas below an altitude of 400 feet. I think the reason they're doing this is because with rural areas, you don't have a lot of tall things. You have like signs, posts, wind turbines in rural areas, but they're sparsely there. You can fly right over stuff quite easily. Within cities, even dense cities, you have a lot more trees. You have a lot more stuff trying to get into houses. Trying to go to a house's front door. A lot more maneuvering.
there's a lot more room
I
for
bet
Tesla.
flying as the crow flies would be a lot easier on like farmland instead of going
Exactly.
like mile down the road.
Yeah.
because
Oh,
of
missed my
buildings.
turn. Have to go all the way around.
Well, I have my street in my subdivision is like the main road into my subdivision, and so I have Amazon cruising by my street like daily, hourly. I'm not even joking.
Are they flying in front of your house too? Like going like 60, 70 miles an hour?
No, I have a stop sign at my thing. They go pretty good.
Our street is the square. I don't know if you can Google it. I'll give you my address later. It's literally one way in, one way out. And it's one square block. And they literally come going like 60 miles down the street.
Yeah.
If they don't have a package to deliver at my place, but maybe on the next block over, they're literally straight down the hill. I found out that if you're an Amazon driver, you get paid your full day, even if you get off early.
Yeah.
So these guys are going 90 miles an hour, getting to their places, working 4 or 5 hour days, and then getting a 9-hour paycheck, not having to do squat.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I get that. I think that's why a
I guess
lot
the
of
flip side of that though, like I've had a couple packages delivered at 10 p.m. from Amazon.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get all the packages delivered in time.
They had to work through the night, work a lot longer because they, the snow, rain, something going on outside, whatever. But Yeah, I think that's interesting. The article that I read from the Wall Street Journal, I did. We are going to tag it as well. This article, or this could expand commercial applications for farmers, utilities like electric, gas, stuff like that, mining companies, and other rural companies that would be able to deliver maybe not heavy stuff, but something that you need, and you don't want to have to, drive down somewhere to get it.
Well,
So drone flights over people are now allowed by the FAA too.
Oh, cool.
So over crowds and stuff.
Yep.
So were they
So
not?
you have to. Your drone can't be over a certain weight, but yeah, you can fly over people now.
Cool.
So it was like in any capacity previously illegal.
I believe so.
Oops.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people got in trouble for flying into like a park or something.
We definitely got in trouble for flying it inside that building. So the next bit, I haven't started watching, but I was very excited to see it on the...
I think it came out like, I don't think it came out like bright and early this morning. Did it?
2 a.m.
Oh, never mind that.
You finished it?
Yeah, episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, there's only 2 episodes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Don't no spoilers. No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Disney's WandaVision debuted today. And it came. This is set 20 months after the events of Endgame.
It's not set 20 months. It is. This debut comes after Endgame came out 20 months ago.
Oh, I was like, okay.
Yeah,
that makes.
This would be Phase 4.
Is that the first thing that's come?
Yeah.
Since Endgame.
Yep.
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Fuck you, Spider-Man.
Fuck Spider-Man. I guess yes, but it doesn't.
Spider-Man Far From Home literally came out after Endgame.
I guess it was part of the Phase 3 though.
Okay.
I guess.
Sorry.
Whatever. Fuck Spider-Man. I like the Tom Holland one. Give me that one back. But yeah, Tom Holland.
Yeah, that's who it is.
Isn't that the
No,
current
I'm sorry.
Spider-Man?
The other gentleman.
Andrew Garfield?
Andrew Garfield. God dang, I forgot his name. Andrew Garfield. No, I like Andrew Garfield's. I think he does a better job of it. I don't think Tom Holland does a bad job.
We're gonna be the new one. That's all that matters. All 3 of them.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, hold on. I super like a whole lot. Really like the Tobey Maguire ones. I don't care if he had the emo dance thing. That was not his fault. I really like the first ones, and I'm super glad that they're bringing them into some multiverse here.
No.
If you don't put the hyphen between Spider and Man, he's now Spider-Man, which is a old Jewish man.
I not to talk about sequels or anything. I didn't like the Dark Knights. Okay, the Dark Knight series with
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight and everything.
Okay.
But this is gonna sound weird. I want it to come back. I think if they did it today, it would be a lot better. With Christopher Nolan. Because he seems like the actor seems like a lot more of an older Batman than
Bale seems like an old enough Batman.
Like an older Batman. Like like with Justice League, how you have all these fucking characters, all these actors. Ben Affleck, he played an older Batman. He played him after like he's already done his thing. This is at the end of his career. Where usually Justice League is more about at the beginning or in the middle of their careers. He's at the end of his careers. He's not usually Batman anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, what do you
I don't like the Dark Knight. I don't like it.
I like Dark Knight.
I thought it was fine.
Did you like Batman versus Superman better?
Oh yeah. Yep.
And call.
We've had this conversation.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
So let's get off of this conversation.
The WB stuff, the cartoons, the best.
Oh my god, yeah.
Not even just the animated series, but like the Justice.
The Dark Knight Returns, like those are the Killing Joke. Like all of those DC movies are just mwah, the best. Like
Dark Knight
I wish. Or Return of the Dark Knight. Sorry, that was the DC movie.
Oh, the newer ones.
It's an older movie. It came out like 6 years ago. But
Because they've been doing like
it's with when Robin is the girl, young girl.
Yeah. Well, they've had some newer stuff too.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. But I'm talking
It's been
about
a while, I think.
I'm talking about like the animated series called Batman the Animated Series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I think that's on HBO Max now.
And then they had Justice League, and then they had Young Justice. I'm not sure if Batman ever came on Young Justice. I think he did once. But that whole WB realm, I think, is the best. And then you have, like all the new stuff that's kind of coming out. It's fine, but I think the Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale Batman. I don't know. I think he was fine as Bruce Wayne. I think he's a great Bruce Wayne. I think as Batman, though, he was kind of underwhelming.
Throat cancer voice.
Yeah.
Where's the girl?
Like it's just too much memey. He's too, being a meme, in my opinion.
Fun fact, I used to pick Charlie up and push her against the wall and do that voice, and she would die laughing. It was the best. So let's move into some.
This is gonna make some guy really happy.
Let's move into some.
He hated that. He hated that so much. He did not like that at all.
My daughter's fatherless, so.
Okay.
No, she has a father, Josh. Do you want to get into some sciencey news, or do we want to make some more deep cuts?
Sciencey news. Let's do it. I found this thing out. Just spare the moment. I was looking for something sciencey. We haven't really heard a lot of sciencey stuff. No new technologies that's really coming out. Some of the nerdy stuff we talk about at CES could be considered sciencey, but we really don't dive deep into a lot of it. But this one is NASA's Orion spacecraft is ready to fly to the moon. What I wrote here, a little snippet, a little blurb. Lockheed Martin is the company who's making the Orion spacecraft. It has completed assembly and testing and has been transferred to NASA. The ship will be part of the Artemis. Is that how you say that, Josh?
Yes.
Artemis?
Moon Greek.
Yeah, so it's the Artemis missions. And the Artemis 1 test will be later this year. It'll be an uncrewed mission that will most likely orbit the moon and test various systems. I think it's going to do, I don't want to say reconnaissance, but it's going to kind of map the moon out for more modern requirements for landing on the moon. The Artemis 2 will have astronauts on board, but it's unclear about the full contents. It will not land on the moon. And the Artemis 3 mission will take astronauts to the lunar surface. All should be around with this Orion spacecraft. I'm not sure if they're reusing the same one, how like SpaceX and Origin Blue and all that crap does. But that's the Orion spacecraft is the one they're going to be using. So that just completed testing and assembly. So I thought that was unique. Thought it was cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I think going to the moon's stupid.
Wait, why?
I think it can help.
The reason we should go to the moon is to build a new rocket launch point. Is the only reason I think we should go.
I don't think we should build a new rocket launch point. There's no reason to.
Yes, there is.
No, just build it in space.
Tons and tons and tons of rocket fuel. If you put it in space, you put it on the side of the moon that's tidally locked with the Earth, so asteroids and shit don't hit it.
You should not store any fuel in the space.
Wait, hold on. Pause. Wait, hold on. Pause. Gotta moderate. Two things. Why wouldn't we put it on the dark side of the moon?
Because there's tons of meteors and asteroids that hit the dark side of the moon.
Okay, so
you wouldn't want to put billion-dollar space equipment to have it just get hail damaged all the time by cosmic hail.
I mean, find a space that's already got a crater. Lightning doesn't strike twice, right?
It's not lightning.
It is.
These
And
are
I'm saying
meteors.
there's no reason to put fuel in space that you don't need for trips. What you would do is you would constantly launch up rockets that use the fuel, and then use like ion propulsion or something else, solar rays with ion propulsion or something in space where you don't need the power to go fast to get out of the atmospheres.
Question,
Yeah.
Josh, is there?
Well, they have that. A lot of the probes have that.
Is there a benefit to launching in lower gravity?
Oh yeah,
Yes, it takes way less
way
fuel.
less
so
fuel.
Okay.
Launch,
But you have to get
So-
the fuel to the place first.
Yeah,
which is totally easy and doable.
so then why would you do that?
CCC Chill Side. Thank you for following. Appreciate that.
I'm on Josh's side.
Yeah, you can totally, as of right now, the best chance to get to Mars with the most amount of fuel to make a return trip is going to be sending fuel to the moon, launching your spaceship from the moon after it refuels completely, and then coming back.
Why not just build in space?
Because when you build in space, you have micrometeoroids that can just tear apart whatever you're building in space. The chance of that happening is a lot greater than what happens in just putting it on
There's
the moon.
no
where there's
atmosphere
not-
on the
Josh,
moon.
hold on, Josh. I have a
But the
question.
moon is tightly locked with the Earth. So as it's spinning around, you're not getting a bunch of meteorites smacking into the outside of the moon. Or they're only hitting the dark side of the moon. They're not hitting the good side of the moon. that
Just
we can see.
put a metal plate there and you're fine.
Metal plate against meteorites?
It's
Are
just
you kidding me?
temporary, and then you're flying through it anyway.
Wait, hold on.
Build it in space. Do not build it on the moon.
Hold on. I have a question. Why couldn't we just take 2 rockets up? Like just put 2 rockets on the moon. One's just for shits and giggles, just in case, and then you don't have to build anything. You just take one with you.
What?
Launching 2 rockets from Earth is going to take the
You
same
don't-
amount of fuel as it would to launch both those rockets separately.
No, you don't launch 2 rockets. You launch 1 rocket that has another rocket in front of it.
So that's still the same amount of fuel that it's going to
You have it's based on a weight.
both those rockets
Yeah,
up.
and then so when you land, they separate, and this one still has a
Okay.
bunch of fuel. So this one's fuel's
This
depleted.
this one will have even less fuel than this one.
And
Yeah.
this one will have 3 times the fuel because it has to do 2 rockets and the weight of the fuel.
Yeah, and then
That's true, yeah. So
So
you
it needs
could just
3
launch-
times the amount of fuel when just
Yeah. You could launch 2 rockets up simultaneously and then have this one transfer all its fuel to this one, and you would have more fuel than if you had this rocket just pushing the other rocket up.
So it's better to the biggest hurdle is getting out of our atmosphere with pretty much fossil fuels. That's the biggest thing. Fossil fuels is what we still use, or frozen oxygen or frozen hydrogen, whatever.
Oxygen.
It's explosive liquid, and what we need to do is we need to take that amount of weight and bring it from the Earth's surface to the moon. If we had a space elevator, we're solved.
Space elevator would be fantastic.
I would love
If we had a
that.
space elevator. If we had a space elevator to the moon, which is an awesome thing to do, it would be damn near impossible.
Yeah, I was like,
But-
there's no way that's happening.
okay, so
Yeah.
hold on. What I'm saying is, if you either do 2 rockets or 1 rocket, one's got a bunch of fuel. Like when you do rockets, you have rocket and then you have the cargo, right?
Yep.
Right. So the cargo on one is another rocket. So you
Picture this with a car driving.
okay?
If I have 2 identical cars
Okay.
and I drag and I pull the other car behind me,
No, you don't pull the car. You push it.
What does it
push the
matter?
car. Okay, I push the car. When car A, so if A is pushing B, when A runs out of fuel at whatever miles,
Hmm.
it'll run out of fuel faster than no B.
Of course.
So it'll run out of fuel faster. And then if B starts going at that point in time, then B can get a little bit further, but it's still not going to be as much as if you just had like
A and B separately.
A and B separately going until they
How
got
far,
to a
how
point.
far can a single rocket get to the moon without refueling?
Probably right now, I think a single rocket without refueling could go to Mars. I think that's about pushing it for a
Okay.
rocket.
So you up the fuel capacity in that rocket. You have some launch disconnect to where that rocket is lost cause. It never comes back. It's space junk at that point, right?
Yeah.
That propulsion pushes that, basically that all that has to do is guide it. The second rocket, all it has to do is guide itself. It doesn't have to actually do a whole lot of propulsion because there's already the propulsion from the second one. So just like you said, you're driving a car. So one car. This car uses, instead of getting 100 miles on a full tank of gas, it gets 75 miles on a full tank of gas, pushing this other car, right?
It would not. It would get less than that.
It would get less than 50%.
Yeah, it would get somewhere between 50 and 25 or 50 and 25 miles at that point.
The point is we're trying to make, Drew, is that the efficiency of the fuel would be better with 2 rockets than with more weight on 1 rocket.
Weight is
the killer.
Weight for kinetic energy is a squared proportion. 1/2 mv squared. I guess no. It's linear, but still. So you double the weight, you double the kinetic energy.
Well, also, if you're carrying more weight, then you have to increase the size of the fuel. You have to increase the size of the fuel. You have to increase the size of the rocket. More cost, more. It just adds up.
Volume equation. So as
if you
the size
can
of your
build,
rocket increases, the heavier it'll get by cubic.
If you can do what all the companies have been doing and make a modular system, you can then send up, build 1 rocket, send it up 3 times for a cost that would be a lot less than just sending the fuel up, have the fuel attached to the space station, put it on the moon, put it wherever you want.
You're sending 3 separate rockets.
You're sending 3 separate rockets, but it's gonna.
No, sending 1 rocket 3 times is cheaper and more fuel efficient than sending 3 separate rockets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're saving a lot of money with the way they're trying to do it. You're saving a lot of extra weight because they're doing it in multiple trips. You're saving a lot of.
You can buy these pillows, just so you know. I see her in our chat. They like our booty pillow behind me.
Drew, do you want? Is it that time to talk about possible ready for tomorrow?
Yeah. So in about 45 minutes. So this is about to close the podcast. We've done about an hour. So we'll get into it. As a couple changes are happening here, we won't be we will do some Sexy Nerd Science podcast streaming sometimes, but we from this next week on will be on the Project Nerd blog Twitch channel, streaming there. Ways you can support us from there are to buy merch. So obviously Twitch, we don't stream enough on Twitch to make it worth trying to become affiliated or anything like that. It's a fun place for us, but there's no monetary gain there. We're not in it for the money, but it seems pointless if we can help another entity out, and somewhere we've been for basically the entirety of our run. So we will be moving to the Project Nerd blog next week. Same time, same cast, with just a little bit more blue on our screen. But like I said, the way you can support us is by going to Teespring. We will have links for that. But you guys can get things like the Hey Everybody pillow behind Josh there, or our old Sexy Nerd Science pillows there. Those logos will still be available. But we are also launching our new logos, like you can see on the stream. Our beaker logo, is it
same left
from me?
I don't know.
No, it's
both.
right for me.
Yeah,
it's right for me. Yeah, because we got to touch. Josh and I have to touch tips.
It's the opposite on my
Oh,
screen.
waiting for me to load on my
Yeah.
screen.
Point is though,
exactly.
the beaker and the Sex Nerd Science is our new logo.
Yep, you guys can get that.
So that's what we're
along with a couple other items that will
Oh,
be
is
up
this-
too. So
that'll be fun.
That'll be fun to see people going through there.
Yeah, the only expense we really have is putting our stuff online. It takes the places we post it so it can spread out everywhere. It takes a little bit of money, so that's our only real expense that we have, and then our time. So anything that could help towards that would be appreciated.
All right, Dale, you have to put your finger up in the center of your screen. Josh, you got to go down to your. There you go.
Other way, Drew.
No,
Yep, Josh does that, and then Drew goes the other way.
no, I did it right.
No, you didn't do it right. Don't look at the Twitch stream because it's streaming on mine. Go in the corner.
I'm fixing it.
Down. Go down, Drew.
I'm fixing it.
There you go. Now our fingers are touching.
The trifecta.
Tips.
All right. It looked more like a flux capacitor.
Ooh.
But anyway, so yeah, you guys can check out shirts on Teespring. We'll have a link. We'll throw that pretty much everywhere, Facebook, in our Discord chats. We also started for Project Nerd, or not we, but Project Nerd started a Discord server as well, to have all the same kind of stuff that you guys see on the website for them. So you'll see those links too. Pop in, say hi, drag us through the mud, let us know that you don't like us, or whatever.
Me to the moon.
No, we don't. It's fly me to the moon.
Oh no, that was the joke.
So
I can post a Discord link right in the chat right now.
yeah, but they can't. I mean, they can. I guess they can do stuff, but they can't get into our channel or anything.
No, they wouldn't be able to get into what we're streaming right now, but that's where we're trying to build a community, and it would be fun if we could. Let me just copy this and post there. It's a link that might not last that long. I didn't make it permanent, so
Is it the one that I sent you?
it's the one I just made.
It's a forever link.
Oh, is it? Then I did. It's not the one you just sent me. I just playing. But if you guys like Discord, I'm on it literally 16 hours a day, pretty much. If not, I have my phone on me. So we're trying to build a community there. If you guys like gaming, I'm gaming constantly. If you guys like, you're curious about posts, we got posts there. New podcast, not just us. There's tons of interaction with staff, through Project Nerd. So yeah, pretty interesting.
And last thing, the Help the Drus Get Back on Their Feet GoFundMe. We've got 10 donations. We've raised over $500, almost $600 right now. So thank you everyone who's donated to that.
Thank you so much.
If you haven't donated to our GoFundMe to help the Drus get back on their feet, the link is in our Facebook. It should be our top pinned post there. And yeah, we appreciate any and all donations that come for that. So
very much so. Yes. Definitely going to be a big help.
Oh, Sea of Thieves. Arr.
A lot of these guys are from one of the other servers I'm in.
I recognize them, a few of them.
Yeah. So, you've played with Angel and possibly Prophet from.
Prophet's dead to me now.
Oh,
I'm just joking. I'm joking. He was the guy who was saying, Pepsi's better than Coke.
Oh, yeah. Well, but yeah. So, thank you guys for tuning in. We are going to drop the podcast now, and we'll just be kind of hanging out. I think I'm gonna go use the restroom, and I'm
Spotify up with
What's
Sexy
up?
Nerd Science. Who hooked up the Spotify with Sexy Nerd Science? There's a Spotify playing on Sexy Nerd Science right now.
It's it shouldn't be.
Might be an ad,
when I-
Josh.
No, it says Djibouti's playing the
Oh,
La La Ranch theme on Spotify right now.
It's letting you know that I'm playing that, but it's not actually. That's what my Spotify, because that's just me.
I mean, no, it's not playing it. I'm looking, but it was just one of those things. I was like, why is it saying that we're playing it?
Okay, thank you everybody for joining our
I
podcast.
just bit my foot.
Good.
Yeah, my pussy's going crazy.
Yep.
All
Say,
right.
say goodbye, everybody.
Later, guys.
Bye, everybody.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Sexy Nerd Science Season 5.
Make sure to like us and subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
Don't forget to check out our merch on Teespring and support us on Project Nerd Patreon at patreon.com/projectnerd.